Okay then, namaste, adab, sat sri akal. This is CS Sankalp Kasntiya, welcoming each one of you in this session on derivatives analysis and valuation. So today we are going to start with, yes, you heard it right, futures, and only futures. Okay, chalo. So let's start, guys. Uh, Important topic. The way we have done options with all sums done, all concepts clear in your head. Now, any question, if any question comes from ICI content as regards options, I'm sure you are able to crack it with ease. The same is what is going to happen for futures as well. Just wait and watch out. Now, very quickly, I'll explain you what is futures. And frankly, it will not take me much time to explain you futures because for a simple reason that we have done forwards very thoroughly. Are we all clear with what is a forward contract? Are we all clear? What is a forward contract? So please tell me. First, we will discuss the forward contract and we'll take the cue from that forward and then we will connect it to the futures. Are you ready? Chal, let's start. Tell me, guys. Tell me. So forwards is what we are first discussing. What is a forward contract? So let me tell you. My friend has imported goods worth $2 lakh from America, which is from United States of America. Correct? Which is from United States of America. Yes. Well, and when has he ordered it? On 1st Jan. Okay. Now he has to make the payment. So he has to make the payment on say 31st of March, which is after 3 months. So yeah, after 3 months. So now what happens is my friend comes to me and he's discussing all of this with me. Or rather, let's say your friend has come to you and he's just discussing, hey, Macha, do you know that I've started import and export business? What I have done is I have imported goods worth $2 lakh from United States of America. Yeah. And I've done it today and today is 1st of Jan. So immediately you will ask, okay, when you are planning to make the payment? So he says, oh, I'm not in a hurry. I have to make the payment on 31st of March. Okay, very good. So you have just said that, very good, friend. Good that you have started import export and good that you have imported $2 lakh worth goods and payment will be done after 31st March. Yeah. But then your friend says that no, but I am having sleepless nights from today. I am feeling very worried. So you tell your friend, Arey, why are you worried, man? When your friend, chartered accountant friend is here, you don't have to fear. When I am here, why to fear? So your friend tells you that no, yaar, see today dollars rate are $1 equal to rupees 90. But I have a worry that what if $1 becomes rupees 100 on 31st of March when I have to make the payment? Then I will have to make more payment. See today if I do the payment, then in that case it is 2 lakh into 90, which is say 1 crore 80 lakh. But if it increases in 3 months, I will have to pay 2 crore rupees. Now what do I do? Yaar, I'm not able to understand. Yaar, feeling very dejected. So this is the conversation between you and your friend. You are a charter. What will be your immediate advice? I have a collarless t-shirt, otherwise I would have done my collar up and said, hey, Macha, don't you worry. When I am here, why to fear? Like a South Indian hero, yeah? So tell me now. Tell me something. Hey, come on. What is your suggestion going to be for your friend? He's waiting. Very good, SD Siddharth. Absolutely correct. Very rightly said, Megha Lakshmi, that you will now tell your friend that, hey, don't worry, brother. What now you have to do is You have to enter into a forward contract. Enter into a forward contract. So you immediately tell your friend that enter into a forward contract. Now, your friend is saying that, "Oh, what is a forward contract and all that? I don't know, brother." So he's like, "Don't worry. Tomorrow I will come with you to the bank. I will take you to the HSBC bank and we will do a forward contract there." Like, okay, I trust you. So now both of them say on 1st of Jan only, immediately. So your friend says that, "No, no, no, I can't wait till tomorrow. I want to do it right now." So you say, "Okay, no problem. Chalo, we'll go right now." So on 1st of Jan, both of you go to the bank, HSBC bank, and you tell the HSBC bank, "I want a $2 lakh forward contract." Now your friend is asking, "Hey brother, what is a forward contract?" So you tell that, "See, you are worried of what?" You ask your friend, "What are you worried about?" "I am worried about the increasing rates. See, currently it is $1 equal to 90, and I don't know the market. If it goes to rupees 100, then what do I do? It will be a disaster for me. I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to happen." So you will tell your friend, "Exactly. This is what a forward contract will do to you. What we will do is we will freeze the dollar rates. We will freeze the dollar rates today for 3 months. So after 3 months when you come, your dollar rates are freezed. So irrespective whether the market goes up, it goes down, it goes 100, it goes 10,000 or it goes to $1, 1 rupee, you will have to pay a fixed sum. Are you ready for that?" Your friend is like, "Yes, yes, this is what I wanted. I want the amount to be freezed. Then so that I'm clear of my profitability and stuff." So you tell him that, "Yes, this is what the dollar forward contract will do. It will freeze the rates, and 3 month forward contract for dollar is showing rupees 92. Is showing 92. Now if you do 90, otherwise 3 months later it is showing 92. Do you want to freeze it?" "Yes, yes, for sure." Okay, so they freeze the dollar contract. Freeze. Okay, $92. I mean rupees per dollar. So $1 equal to rupees 92. And with this, the whole thing was freezed, game closed. Now what will happen? Now what will happen? Okay, so dollar 2 lakh freezed at 3 months future at rupees 92 per dollar. Freezed, freezed, freezed. Everybody, yes? Okay. Yes, sir. Freeze, freeze, freezed. Okay, it's very good. We are proud of you. Cool. We are proud of you. Cool. Now what is going to happen is this. What is going to happen now? Tell me. After 3 months, what will happen? Suppose today is now after 3 months. Like you seen the movie, no? After 3 months. And now it is showing the date 1st April or say 31st of March. It is showing the date 31st of March. Tell me, what is now going to happen on 31st of March? Tell me, everybody. Tell me, what will happen? Tell me. Correct. Now, your friend, your beloved friend, correct. Execute. Very good, Sai Pujanaka. Execute the contract at the freezed rates. So, your friend will now go to the bank, right? He will take $2 lakh multiply by 92 freezed amount which is say 2 lakh into 92 is 1 crore 84 lakhs. This is the amount that your friend will take to the bank and give to the bank Am I right? Yes, sir. Absolutely spot on. Okay, so now we have freezed on rupees 1 crore at 1 crore 84 lakh. He'll give. What will bank do? Bank in turn will give. Bank will give $2 lakh to your friend. Bank will give $2 lakh to friend, which he will remit to United States of America, who is the exporter sitting there, and the deal will be closed. The trade deal and the forward deal both will close on 31st of March. Are we all clear with this? Yes, sir. All of us know all of this, sir. Why you explained everything again? I'll tell you. So, sir, this is a typical forward contract, and yes, the way you guys were answering, all of us know how does this work. Now, what will the futures agreement do? The same thing. Now, what happens is, see, in forward, you have freezed it at $92. Okay, in forward, what did you do? You 1st of Jan, the dollar was rupees 90. But you freezed it 3 months later for yourself at $1 equal to rupees 92. This is the forward freezed rate. This is the forward freeze rate, right? Now, if this is the forward freeze rate, we have to tell now what is going to be in future. Pay attention, all focus here. Now, suppose if this $1 becomes rupees 85 or $1 equals rupees 98. You have to tell me what will happen to the forward contract. Your immediate answer is going to be, so nothing will happen. We have freezed it at 92. Sir, we have freezed it at 92. We will keep it at 92. Full stop. No tension, sir. Right. Am I right? Well, the answer is absolutely correct. So we have freezed it and it's closed. Now, this is where the futures will step in. This is where futures will say, okay, so we have entered into a futures contract for $1 equal to 92. Now, now there are two options. Suppose you have, there are two options here. Either you buy futures at 92 or you sell futures at 92. Suppose you have bought because you are an importer. So you wanted to buy this dollar. So you have bought it. Now you have bought $1 equal to rupees 92. Right? Instead of forward, you have entered into a future on 1st of Jan itself and you have bought it. Now, you bought it at 92. And the market has now gone down to rupees 85. Tell me, good news for you or bad news for you? Think and tell. I'm not in a hurry. Think and tell. It's a bad news. You are losing rupees 7 per dollar. In all, there were 2 lakh dollars. You will make a loss of rupees 14 lakh. You will make a loss of rupees 14 lakh, right? Now, this is what futures does. Are you now taking the delivery of that dollar? No, you are just internally settling it. Are you taking the physical delivery of this dollar? No, you are internally settling it. This is what futures contract does. Do you take the actual delivery in forward? Yes. Do you take it in futures? No, sir. We will do the internal settlement. Flip side. What if the dollar goes to rupees 98? Can it go to 98? Yes, sir. You had bought it at rupees 92. You had bought it at rupees 92. Now the dollar has become 98. I ask you a simple question. I ask you a simple question. Good news for you or bad news for you? Correct. Sir, good news because we have bought it at a lower price. So now the market is selling, the market is buying it at 98. I have bought it at 92. Rupees 6 internal settlement. So multiply by 2 lakh. Rupees 12 lakh is my gain, or what you say is my profit. So what is the major difference that you see in forward and future? The major difference is the delivery. Yes, in this, the commodity which was freezed is delivered on the date of settlement, whereas here we are entering into a net settlement. I am asking you only one question. Hey, Samjigudu, everybody. Bolo, bolo, tell. Awesome. Now, whether you have understood it or not, we will take it to another example. Are you ready for me? Are you ready for me? Right? So, what did we do here? We had bought futures here. We were buying futures here, which we also say we had long futures here. Now, take two. Take two, example two. So, 31st of March, the whole transaction was settled. Your friend is really very happy with you. He's like, thank you, brother, sister, whoever you are. You had freezed my amount, and I'm so happy I was able to sleep peacefully for the 3 months. On the day I went to the bank, took the rupees with me, got the dollars, sent it to my exporter. He was very happy. And then using the goods, I started to make the products, and now I have sold it in the market. Now this same friend of yours, now this same friend of yours who has imported from United States of America makes the products and has now exported, yes, he has exported goods worth euro 3 million, 3 lakhs. Yes. And he has done it on 1st of July. 1st of July. Now I ask him, okay, when is the payment expected? Now you have become the exporter. Yes, exporter, sir. So he's saying that yes, payment is expected after 4 months. Payment will come after 4 months. Very good, very good. So July, August, September, October. So on 31st of October. You're like, yeah, that's really good. Very happy. And then again, your friend starts crying, yeah, brother, but you don't know. I'm having sleepless nights, brother. I'm like, what happened? He's like, today $1 is equal to rupees 100. What if, oh, sorry, €1 is equal to rupees 100. What if after 4 months, which is on 31st of October, what if this goes down to 85? €1 is equal to rupees 85. Oh gosh, I will lose such a huge amount. Like, Macha, why to fear when your friend is here? Am I right? So we will say, why to fear when I am here? And exactly at this point in time, again we will tell him, brother, let's do a forward contract. And your friend is like, yeah, yeah, let's do it right now. Like, okay, let's go. So you guys go to the bank on 1st of July and you tell the bank, what is today's euro rate? Bank says it is rupees 100. Okay. So you tell them, we want to enter into a forward contract, but this time we don't want to buy the euro on the due date after 4 months, which is 31st of October. No, we don't want to buy them. Instead, sir, we want to sell the euros. Do you know? Now I've become an exporter. That importer from Germany, or wherever he is, will send me the euro in India, and I will bring that euro to you and sell it to you, and you give me rupees. Are you ready for it? Bank says, yes, sir, we are ready for that as well. So now you are entering into a sell forward contract. In the importer case, you entered into a buy forward contract. Do you understand, buddies? Yes, sir. Now sell forward contract says 1 euro is equal to, say, rupees 105. Sir, let's freeze this 105. Okay, let's freeze it. 4 months later, 105 freezed. Now what will happen? Obviously, your friend will go on, what will happen on the due date, which is 31st of October. Your friend will go to the bank with 3 lakh euros and convert them into 105 rupees, and rupees 3 crore 15 lakh will be credited in his account, and he's very, very happy. Wow. Now. Suppose if he had not entered into a forward, but had entered into a future transaction, you would have entered into a future transaction. Wherein, what is he doing with the future? He is selling the future. He has entered into a sell future transaction. He has entered into a sell future transaction on 1st of April, sorry, on 1st of July for when? Correct. For 31st of October. 31st of October. Now what is going to happen? Now suppose if 1 euro becomes rupees 90. And suppose if 1 euro becomes rupees 120. Tell me, if instead of a forward contract, if you would have entered into a futures, in forward there is an actual delivery, in futures it doesn't happen that way. What will happen the net settlement? Tell me, if euros on 31st of October have become 1 euro is equal to rupees 90. Is it good news for you or not if you had entered into a sell futures transactions on 31st of March at rupees 105? Good news or bad news for you? Correct. Well, sir. It's a awesome news, sir. It's a awesome news. We are so happy that this euro is now, we had freezed sell futures at 105. So the market may sell it at 90. We will sell it at 105, making a profit of rupees 15. No delivery, multiplied by 3 lakh euros, and we will get rupees 45 lakh. Gain. And the other side will obviously be a loss. So 1 euro will become rupees. We had freezed it at 105. Sell future. So it's a loss. Uh-oh. Of 15 multiplied by 3 lakh. Rupees 45 lakh is a loss, loss, loss. My only question to you guys now is, a samjigadu. So we have done systematically, strategically a revision of forwards and very smoothly introduced the concept of futures. Tell me guys, are we clear everybody? Yes, everybody. Awesome. Everybody is clear. Everybody is clear. Super. Great going, guys. Right? So. What did we learn? What did we learn in futures? Okay. What did we learn? Suppose if we long futures, if we long futures, okay, at a particular rate, say at a particular rate, so whatever, at say futures rate and actual rate turns out to be more, turns out to be less, what will be your profit or loss? So this is where we say, if you have long futures, there will be two options. One, your actual rate will turn out to be more than your future rate, and vice versa. The actual rate will turn out to be less than future rate. We have to tell what will happen. What will happen? You have longed futures, so you are buying. So you have bought futures. Say you have bought futures at 100 and now this has become 105. Good news for you or bad news for you? You had long futures, FR, long futures rate at this, and your actual rate turns out to be 85. Tell me what will happen in case 1 and case 2. Think and answer. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not opening that page also. Let your brains think. So we had purchased from the market at 100, but the market rate is 105. So we are getting something which is in the market at 105 at 100 rupees. Correct. This is a case of gain, whereas this is a case of loss, loss, loss. That the market is purchasing at 85, but we will have to purchase at 100. Hey, samjigadu everybody. Correct. Now if you want, you can see here and you'll realize that yes, that's right. So when actual rate is less than the forward, the freeze rate. So actual rate less than the freeze rate, it's a loss. Actual rate less than the freeze rate, it's a loss. Right. And when you short futures, you understand what is shorting futures? It means selling futures. When you short futures, what will happen? Obviously, vice versa. When AR is greater than FR, say 100 and 105. Oh, it's a loss situation. We are selling it at 100. Market is selling it at 105. And vice versa. When AR is less than FR, we will do it at a gain. Are we clear, guys? Awesome. Now, see, in case of forwards, where did we do this contract? Where did we do this, both these contracts? Where did we go? Where did we go to do this contract? Tell me. Where did we go to do this contract? Where did we go to do this contract? Correct. You had gone to a bank. Now you would have gone to HSBC Bank or HDFC or ICICI. So there is a personal connection. This is called as a over-the-counter transaction. So forwards is a over-the-counter transaction. Whereas futures, did you go to a bank for this? No. The intermediary here is the stock market. So where will you long this futures? You not go to HSBC or any bank. You will go to the stock market, and stock market will automatically give the net settlement to you. If it is more, in case of long futures, gain, else it's a loss. If it's a short futures, if it is more, it's a loss. Otherwise, it's a gain, gain, gain. Everybody, Samjigiru. Awesome. Gotcha, everyone. Gotcha? Yes? Cool. So now on that note, on that positive note, with the flow, I am going to discuss few distinguishing factors about forwards and futures. About forwards and futures. Futures. Tell me. You have to think and tell few distinguishing factors, and I will also tell. So there will be more connection. Tell me first, what do you feel, sir? As you said just now, over the counter, and this is exchange traded. Stock market is there in between. Hey guys, you have to answer now. Live students, now it's your responsibility. If you have understood, all of you are saying yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, understood. Then why are you not able to answer? Definitely you should answer. Please, okay? Done, sir. Sure. First, what is the first point? Correct. In forwards, the transaction is correct over the counter, whereas in futures it is exchange traded. That's right. Okay. Then. Very nice, Bibala Makrish. Correct. The very nice, Mega Lakshmi. Underlying asset is delivered. Futures is net settled. Very nice. So, second, actual delivery, your internal settlement. Or the point said by Mega Lakshmi, underlying asset is delivered. Underlying asset is delivered, and futures is net settled. Yes, sir. Absolutely spot on. Third, any other point? Now I'll tell you. Since it is over the counter, see, when it is over the counter, can I say you are visiting a bank? Say for import time, you went to HSBC Bank. Next time you went to say a Standard Chartered Bank. Correct? So when you are over the counter, there is a discussion which happens, and there is a scope for customization of the contract. You may put in the contract, see, I feel that the import, I may require the dollar after 3 months or 4 months. So I need two exchange rates or two forward rates. So there can be a customization. But in case of futures, you don't even know who you are entering the contract with. You just know the exchange. There is a other party. If you are longing futures, the other person is shorting futures. You don't know the other person at all. Am I right? So here customized contracts are made. But in case of futures, correct, there are standardized contracts. There are standardized contracts. Hey, Sanjigadu. Okay. Now, one point that I want to make here very clear. See here. What has happened in case 1 in this situation, in case of our export case? What has happened in case 1 and case 2? What has happened here? Can I say I sold futures at 105? I sell futures at rupees 105. I told you there is always a counterparty. So there would be some other party who would have entered into a contract of long futures at 105. So now what I will do is I will sell it to this person at 105. The other person has to purchase at 105 because it is his freezed amount. And my freezed amount is at sell. Always remember, in case of futures and in case of any transaction, if you are selling, there has to be other buyer. If you are buying, there has to be other seller. Right? Without that, a transaction is not complete. I think that's basic. Now we enter into this transaction on first of Jan, we enter into this transaction. On say 31st, we entered into this transaction on 1st of July. On say sell futures. So suppose this sell future transaction has been entered by Mr. Sankalp. And this long future, say there is some other person, say Bala Makrish. So Mr. BBM has entered into a long future. Okay. Now the market goes to 90. So we will plan to settle it. So obviously the settlement amount is rupees 45 lakh. The settlement amount is rupees 45 lakh. Who will give to whom? Tell me. Who will give to whom? I'm asking you. Who will give to whom? Who will receive? Who will pay? Tell me. Can I say stock? See, there is a stock exchange in between. So Mr. Sankalp gain 45 lakh. There is a stock exchange in between. B. Bala Makrish for the same transaction loss 45 lakh. Right? So what will happen is when this transaction happens, stock exchange just charges a commission from both of them. So B. Bala Makrish will pay to stock exchange, and in turn stock exchange will pay to Mr. Sankalp. Am I right? This whole thing will happen on 31st of October. All of this will happen on 31st of October, right? Now my point is, whom will the stock exchange call now? Is what I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen. Please bring it on. Please answer. Everybody, bring it on. Answer. Tell me. Come on, everybody. Bolo bolo. Tell. Very nice. Correct. Now the stock exchange will call Mr. B. Bala Makrish and tell him, Mr. B. Bala Makrish, please give 45 lakh rupees. You have lost it. And immediately call Mr. Sankalp and tell him, sir, you have won 45 lakh rupees. Congratulations. So you're like, yes, please give it to me. And from that day, Mr. B. Bala Makrish is absconding. He is not picking up stock market's call. His phone is switched off. He has thrown away his SIM card. He is very worried. He's like 45 lakh rupees. Where do I bring it from? I don't have the money. He is very afraid. He doesn't want to pick up stock market's call at all. Oh boy. Now what will happen? Mr. Sankalp is like, no, no, boss. I want my money. I have entered into a contract with stock exchange. I want the money from the stock exchange. I don't know who is Mr. BBM or who is Mr. Balamakrish. I don't care. He's absconding. That is your lookout, stock exchange, stock market. I want my money. I want my 45 lakh. This is what I say. Otherwise, I will sue you. And you better pay the amount to me. Please. So, definitely now, this is a scenario where Mr. Sankalp is looking for his profitability and he has entered into a transaction with stock exchange. So he's telling the stock exchange, boss, it is your responsibility. You arrange for the money and give it to me. Right? Stock exchange said, okay, no problems. Don't sue us. We will sue Balamakrish, but Balamakrish is absconding. They cannot find him. Gone. Now, stock exchange will give this 45 lakh rupees from their own kitty to me. From their own kitty, they will make the payment to me. Now tell me what is going to happen. You have to tell me now what is going to happen. Bolo, bolo, tell. Ha. No. So this transaction they're done. Stock exchange has faced a loss. Suppose if you are the stock exchange, from now on, what will you do? Stock exchange has faced a loss. Mr. Sankalp was about to sue the stock exchange. Stock exchange said, no problem. We will give it. It's our mistake. Now, they take out the money from their own kitty stock exchange, poor stock exchange, and they had to give it to Sankalp. Sankalp happy. Balamakrish absconding. Now from the next trade. Now again Mr. Sankalp comes next day for trading. He's like, wow, I made 45 lakh. Let's do the trade more. Now, before taking the trade, do you think stock exchange will take some, you can say some preventive measures? Do you feel so? Yes. Why? And what? So now here stock exchange is feeling, what if it happens again? What if today again Mr. Sankalp comes for the trade and again Mr. B. Balamakrish, somebody like him, runs away? So in such situation, absolutely correct, Siddharth. He says, sir, take some security. Megha Lakshmi says, sir, take some margin. Exactly this is what is going to happen. And from that day, a concept of security deposit, which is also called as a margin concept, was introduced in the futures market. So if you want to enter into a futures market, there will be a margin that you will have to deposit. But was the same margin asked by the bank when we did the forward contract? We have done so many sums on forward contract when we are doing forex. Did the bank ever ask for even a single penny of margin? The answer is no. The answer is no. So can I say one more point of distinguish here? What is that? Correct. In case of forwards, no margins required. But in case of futures, yes, margins required. Hey everybody, gotcha? Yes? So that this B. Balamakrish doesn't abscond from next time. Even if he absconds, doesn't matter because now I have the margin money with me. Right? So this makes them secure. So that is the reason. Because of B. Balamakrish, people like him, that is the reason the whole concept of security deposit, the margins was introduced in the futures market. Yes. So now margins will be collected from both Sankalp and B. Balamakrish. Whichever ways the market goes, it will be adjusted to the margins. No tension. How does the whole margin thing work? That I will explain you. Don't worry for that. But just to tell you that yes, there is a concept of security deposit called as margins, which will be deposited from by both the seller and the buyer. And which will be kept with the stock exchange. Wherever the transaction goes, stock exchange will settle the transaction accordingly, the margins accordingly. Yes, done. So next. Now because the concept of margins were introduced, where is the chance of a default risk? Are there any margins in forward? No. So I enter into a forward margin with the bank on 1st Jan and tell them that I'll come on 31st March and we'll do the transaction. What if I don't turn up? In case of future, if I don't turn up, the margin is there with the market, stock exchange. So where is the scope of default risk in case of forwards or futures? Think and answer. Where is the scope of default risk? Who can default? A forward person or a futures person? Since no margins are there in forwards, the chance of default risk are with the forward. So here is where we have something called as counterparty default risk. And here, no counterparty default. Gotcha? Gotcha? Done? Clear till here? Okay. Then one more point. See here, what is happening? We entered into a sell future transaction on 1st of July. Now, any time between this, so sell future for 4 months. So, any time between these 4 months, we can settle the contract. Anytime. But in case of forward, the dates are fixed. 4-month forward contract means you will go at the end of the 4th month only. Right? So here settlement in case of forwards is on maturity. In case of futures, it is on a daily basis. On a daily basis. Getting it, my point? Getting it? So again, I'll write here forwards and futures. So what is happening here? Settlement is on maturity. Whereas in case of futures, correct, daily settlement in margin balance. What is this? We will do it when we do the margin part. Right? So in short, any time we can settle the futures up to date of expiry. Got it? Done. So I think we are almost done now with the major differences. Are you feeling confident now for forwards and for futures? Some few more points, small points that I'll just discuss. One is liquidity. In case of forwards, see, wherever there is a default risk, there is a liquidity issue. Here there is a margin that they have. So there is no liquidity issue. As soon as the futures transaction happens, now you stock exchange will not even think of calling B Bala Makrish. It'll say B Bala Makrish, we have your margin with us. Immediately we will transfer it to Mr. Sankalp as soon as the deal is closed. Right? So here in case of forwards, there is less liquidity. What if you don't turn up on that day? But there is high liquid. Why? Because there is a regulator in between. Gotcha, everybody? Gotcha? Yeah. Then, forwards is a OTC contract. So, regulation wise, res regulation. Here there is a stock market and it is highly regulated by SEBI. Highly regulated. Yes, you heard that right. Okay. Now, in case of forward, since there is actual delivery, the hedgers use it. It is used by the hedgers majorly. But let me tell you, in case of futures, it is used by the speculators who want to make profit of the changes in the market rates. Hey, Samjigudu. Are we all clear with the difference between forwards and futures, guys? Are we clear what is a forward, what is a future? When do you gain in future? When do you lose in future? Yes, confident enough, right? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Perfect. This is what I wanted each one of you to say. Sure, done. Now, some more. Now that, see, when I started the session, I told you all, I will take my base as a forward. From this forward, I will connect you to the futures. And then I will take the futures to the next level. I have started it with the forwards. I have taken the base of forwards, connected it to the futures. Now, forwards we can say Tata bye bye because we have already covered forward in detail in Forex. Now, from here on, the journey of futures will begin. Once the distinguish is over, now we can say the journey of futures will begin. Let the game begin. So, see, in case of futures, there are two kind of people who are doing a transaction. One is called as a futures buyer and the other is called as a correct futures seller. In case of a futures buyer, there is a contract to buy. But in case of a futures seller, there is a contract to sell at whatever price we have freezed. So contract to sell at the freezed price. At the freezed price. Okay. 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 In case of futures buyer, you want the market to go up or down? Think your answer. You want the market to go up or down when you are longing futures, when you are buying futures. You want the market to go up or down. You will gain when the actual rate goes up. So you want the market to go up, right? So this is basically upside betting. But in case of, yes, this is downside betting. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a long position. This basically is a short position. Got it? Always remember, futures are always squared off. Futures are always squared off. So if you have taken a if you have taken a buy position, you will have to square it off by selling. How do you square off? By selling. And if you have taken a sell position, you have to square it off by buy. Chalo. Done guys. Clear absolutely. Awesome. Looking good.